Welcome back to Villa Grove High School for the second quarter of boys basketball on DouglasCountyDigest.com. Martinsville, the Blue Streaks. The visiting team leads Villa Grove 12-10 after one quarter of play. Martinsville have the ball to start things out here. And we get Jacob Vincent going to throw it in to teammate Chris Lee. It's now with Tyler Elliott, who gives it over to Zach Mulkins. Mulkins has 4 points so far tonight, and a lot of the offense has gone through him for Martinsville. Pushed over, shot no good. Rebound, though, by Elliott. We're going to foul on the floor. Jake Vincent's shot didn't go down. He's got 6 points tonight. But nice hustle by Tyler Elliott to go get it, and he gets fouled. Foul for Villa Grove goes against Noah Palmer, his second, team's fourth. Airball set up. We get a ball on the rebound. Looked like Jake Vincent stepped out of bounds on the baseline, so it's going to be Villa Grove ball.
Excellent hustle to the boards for Martinsville. They are out-rebounding the bigger, stronger Villa Grove team.
Villa Grove drive, and another one that doesn't go down. A lot of close looks inside for Noah Palmer that have just not gone down tonight. Whoa, we're getting some bumping here, trying to get things down the court. Shot put up and good. Jacob Vincent was just kind of left back while Villa Grove was still trying to harass the people trying to bring the ball up the floor. 30-second timeout called by Brian Russell. And look, that's something we've seen a lot from Villa Grove this year. After a missed basket, you know, they stick around and they still kind of go after and try and get that ball right back. It's good in theory, but in a time like that, you know, you left a guy back and everybody was still kind of harassing that ball, you know, the man with the ball, and it ended up kind of biting him.
It's not a bad thing if you're going to commit to the double team and actually try and trap him on this side of the floor. The problem was, I think he was just upset that he missed the layup again, and he wanted a little bit of some payback there. He kind of gave a shoulder to the ball handler as he was trying to get it across half court to show his displeasure in what happened earlier.
All right, Villa Grove with it now. Lucas Vandevetter has it, brings it across the timeline. 14-10, Martinsville leads, 7 minutes left to go before halftime. Nieto has it, gives it off to Gabe Palmer. Up top to Tyler Harrison. Austin Hubbard has it now, back to Vandevetter. Villa Grove works it in the post and then kicks it back out. They're going inside, outside, then back inside. Drive, pull-up jumper, put up, and no good. Off the mark was Gabe Palmer. And there we go again. We see it again this time, though. It pays off for Villa Grove. Nieto thought about a three, gonna drive, puts up a floater, and no good off the back iron. Big rebound, though. We're gonna get knocked to the floor. We're gonna foul against Martinsville. Gabe Palmer skied in to get that rebound and then tried to go back up, wasn't able to do so. Martinsville called for a foul.
Martinsville's really packing it in now. I mean, they're not guarding anybody outside the three-point line too much, except for Lucas Vandevetter, who's known to make shots frequently from out there. Hasn't made any tonight, though. As we say that, though, he puts up a three off the mark, and a long rebound goes to Villa Grove. They feed it inside. Nice move by Gabe Palmer to avoid some contact. His 8th point of the night, 14-12. Martinsville leads by 2 over Villa Grove. Just over 6 minutes left to go in the second quarter. Drive and a kick out. Chris Lee gives it back to Mulkins. Mulkins picks up his dribble, feeds it into the post to his teammate Jacob Vincent. Ball goes back out and knocked away, saved. Nieto gets it. We're going to have a scrum there. Villa Grove able to come out with that when the ball was tipped back to Vandevetter. Here comes Hubbard. He comes in and almost throws it away. Nice save, another nice save. Villa Grove laying out, keeping it down here in their end of the floor. Vandevetter ends up with it after some nice saves in the corner and at half court. As you said, Martinsville packing it in. Nieto decides then to pull up from three-point land, misses it, and then like we've said, every time a shot's missed, they go right after it. And Mulkin's going to dribble through some defenders. Vincent has it now, kicks it back out to Chris Lee. Eli Stevens with it now. Back into Mulkins. He loses the handle on it, but is able to get it back. And he's back in front of the Villa Grove bench, feeds in. We're going to get a foul called on Villa Grove, denying that entry pass into the post.
Foul number 24, Tyler Harrison, his first, team 5th.
Tyler Harrison called for the reach, his first, team's 5th.
We've seen Villa Grove have problems with foul trouble as well, and that's what they're kind of getting into here. It's not out of control yet, but they're working that way.
VillaGrove would love to get Martinsville in foul trouble. As we said, they've only got 7 guys dressed tonight. But something you don't really see often this level. You got 5 senior starters, especially when you only have 7 guys on the bench. That's got to be huge for Martinsville. We'll see if VillaGrove can get them into some sort of foul trouble and test those 2 guys on the bench. Fed inside, turnaround jumper put up by Mulkins. Able to get it into him in the post. He's got 6 tonight. 16-12. Martinsville has the lead over VillaGrove. Noah Palmer putting it on the deck, and nice pass. Gives it over to Austin Hubbard, who finishes it off. 16-14 Martinsville.
Excellent pass by Noah Palmer down low. Saw the double team, found the cutter.
Showing off some big man skills there, huh? VillaGrove knocking it away, are able to knock it back across half court. Martinsville's Chris Lee has to go back and get it. And because it was tipped across and wasn't thrown back by Martinsville, they're able to come back across the timeline. Mulkins puts up a shot that's offline. Rebounded by VillaGrove's 13, Noah Palmer. Here come the Blue Devils. Blue Devils and blue streaks here from VillaGrove. Another entry pass into the post. Nieto's able to come away with it. VillaGrove kicks around a little bit. Gavin Gunter, excuse me. Pass off mark. Nieto can't haul it in, and Martinsville crowds it and then calls a timeout. Head coach Justin Parcell calls a timeout for Martinsville. With 3:46 left to go in the second period, they hold a 16-14 lead over VillaGrove.
We may be seeing that a lot, him trying to get his 5 guys a breather here and there with timeouts, as it looked like they were kind of winded there last time on offense. They did a good job the time before working it around and then finding Mulkins down in the post for a good turnaround jumper. But I can't decide if they're playing a 2-3, a box and 1, or a triangle and 2 on this end. I know they're trying to pack it in, but sometimes it looks like they're playing the 2-3, but then they'll match up man whenever Lucas Vandeventer comes across the 3-point line, or Noah Palmer comes across the baseline to post up. They'll bring a guy over as if it's man-to-man, but then settle back in like it's a zone.
We had some of the VillaGrove guys there forgetting that it was going to be Martinsville ball. They started going down to their end of the floor. Martinsville going to inbound right in front of us. Jacob Vincent looking to key it in, and almost lost it there to Chris Lee. He was able to get it back. If he would have lost it, Nathan Bradley would have been able to take it right away from him. But he did corral it, get his handle on it, and now VillaGrove is on defense as Martinsville sets up their offense. Jacob Vincent gives it to Mulkins. Those 2 guys kind of the big scorers tonight. Bank shot put up no good. We're going to rebound. We got 2 guys on the same team fighting for it. In that case, it's not a jump ball. It's a travel call against the Blue Streaks.
Good hustle. You hate to see that. You got 2 guys going after the rebound strong, and neither one of them wanted to give it up.
You always got to know who you're trying to tie it up with. In that case, those guys were on the same team. VillaGrove has it now. There's 3 guys in the area of Noah Palmer. And nice try at a save as it got away, but saved it right to Martinsville. Mulkins is runaway train there, passes it off. Shot, no good. Tyler Elliott's been kind of long on a lot of his shots. Can't seem to narrow in on the right distance the way he needs to do. VillaGrove has it now. They're going to set things up. Gavin Gunter gives it to 22, Nathan Bradley. Back out to Gunter, over to Vandeventer. He's going to pull up for 3. No good off the front iron. And taken away by Martinsville's Tyler Elliott. Chris Lee with it now. 16-14, Martinsville lead. About 2:30 left to go before halftime. Double screen set there. Going to try and clear some space for Mulkins. Shot put up no good. He did have a hand in his face. And VillaGrove going to bring it back now. Was that the Hoosiers picket fence that Martinsville was trying to run there?
That looked like it, yeah.
VillaGrove setting things up. Vandeventer has it out top, gives it over to Noah Palmer. Palmer thought about it for a second, gives it over to Gunter, to Bradley. Vandeventer in the corner, guarded by Mulkins. Back out top, entry pass into Hubbard. Back to Vandeventer, across the floor to Bradley. Back to Gunter. VillaGrove slowing things down, trying to figure out exactly how they want to attack. Long range 3-pointer put up by Gavin Gunter. Number 21 knocks it down from long distance. VillaGrove gets the lead back 17-16, minute 40 left to go. Ball knocked away, here comes VillaGrove again. Ball knocked away once again. It bounced off the face of Tyler Elliott, and he turned around and saw it and was able to tip it off to his teammate. We're gonna get a block foul called on VillaGrove as Chris Lee was headed to the basket.
And last time down, Martinsville actually settled into a 2-3 there. More than likely, I'm assuming it's to get their team a little bit of a rest, is what it looked like, so they wouldn't have to work as hard on defense, which, my personal opinion, if you play a zone on defense, you got to work a lot harder than man-to-man, but defense is hard no matter what you do.
If you're doing it right, it's hard, right? First free throw, no good for Chris Lee. He's still got 2 points. 17-16 is the Villagrove lead. Minute and a half to go before the break. Villagrove going to get a little rest for Lucas Vandeventer here.
We've seen Lucas Vandeventer struggle so far tonight. He's 0 for however many shots he's taken. Hasn't made one yet. I wonder if the fact that he's been so wide open has messed with him a little bit.
2 free throws missed by Lee. Villagrove has it with a 1-point lead. That Villagrove foul went against Gavin Gunter last time, so he followed up his three-pointer with a foul. And entry pass knocked away. Villagrove trying to get it inside to Gabe Palmer. Malkin's right on him, guarding him tightly, knocking it away. Austin Hubbard going to inbound right by the Villagrove band. Hopefully he doesn't run into the keyboard there. Bradley had it, gave it to Gunter, kicked it around here, driving in and putting up an off-balance look. And we're going to get a foul called.
Number 41, Jake Vincent, his second, team fifth at the line.
Jake Vincent called for his second for Martinsville. Gabe Palmer got exactly what he wanted to do there, just kind of get in the lane and throw something up, draw some contact, but he misses the first free throw.
And from my angle, or our angle, it didn't really look like he drew a whole lot of contact. We've seen a lot more than that before. I'm sure he got a little bump here and there, but he was a little out of control in my opinion.
That's why I wasn't really sure at the first point what exactly the call was, because it seemed to me he wasn't under control. They missed both free throws, though. Villagrove gets it, and Martinsville takes it right away. And then as we've seen, Bradley, after the pass goes awry, sticks around to try and guard as Martinsville starts their possession. Screen set out top for Malkins. He decides to go the other way and passes it off, gets it right back. I'm going to dribble off to his left, leaves it for Elliott. Telling Nathan Bradley to get out there on Elliott and see what he can do. Big floating pass by Martinsville out top to Chris Lee. We're about 30 seconds left to go before halftime. Martinsville going to slow it down a little bit, but they get it into Malkins. His shot's no good. And rebound, we get a clear out foul here. Clear out foul called against Villagrove. A little, there's some confusion amongst Villagrove because the player who called for the foul ended up on the seat of his pants.
I was going to say, from what it looked like here, it looked like the Martinsville player was boxing out with his hands there at the end and kind of threw Noah Palmer to the ground.
Noah Palmer, that's his third foul, team 7th. So Martinsville will go to the free throw line here with 23 seconds remaining, down by 1 to Villagrove, who leads 17-16.
I said earlier that Martinsville has to find somebody else to score the ball. They just, when they get on the offensive end, they immediately look for Zach Malkins, and I mean he's just the only go-to guy for offensively.
Free throw no good. Villagrove moves it right back down the floor. Vandeventer's back into the game, and he kind of lost control of the ball or something, kind of pulled it up, then down, then back up, missed the shot. Martinsville has it. Under 10 seconds left to go. They give it off to Elliott. Stolen away by Villagrove. Beat the clock time here for number 34. Bumping a foul. He's going to go to the basket. Gabe Palmer's going to go to the free throw line. Villagrove lately coming really far out at top there, guarding who's ever bringing the ball up for Martinsville. That time they were able to take it away, and they're going to get to the free throw line with 1.9 seconds remaining in the half. Doesn't help if you don't make him, though. Gabe Palmer misses his third free throw of the night. And Villagrove's got another chance to make it a 2-point lead here. Malkins called for the foul from Martinsville, his second. That one does go down. Gabe Palmer has 9. Heave going to come at the end, nowhere near. And we are at halftime. Well, Villagrove able to come back and take the lead there in the second quarter. 18-16 is your lead at halftime. The Villagrove Blue Devils over the Martinsville Blue Streaks here on DouglasCountyDigest.com.